in this video, I'm going to talk about the 3 essentials that you're basically going to be doing all the time when you're riding. This comes in later. The 3 essentials are eyes scanning ahead, one finger braking, and then coasting with level pedals when you're not pedaling. So for eyes scanning ahead, that just means that the bike goes where you look. So if you're going around a corner, you want to look all the way through the corner, and the bike and your body are going to follow. So when you turn your head that way, your hips and your shoulders and everything are going to turn that way, and that's going to help your bike go through the corner. The other side of that coin is if you're looking at a tree and the trail's turning that way, there's a good chance you're going to run your bike right off the trail towards the tree if that's what you're looking at. Same thing if you're looking at like a rock in the trail because you don't want to hit it. That really increases the chances that your bike's going to hit it. So you want to be aware of the rock, but kind of looking at the trail and looking where you want to go instead. Does that make sense? So that's eyes scanning ahead, looking where you want to go.
Oh no, a tree. Oh, I'm off course. Oh no. Oh.
For the next essential, one finger braking, that means all the time when we're riding our bikes, we have one finger covering the brakes. That means this is not what we're doing. That's 0 fingers. This is not what we're doing. That's 2 fingers. We're riding at all times with one finger covering our brake levers. Okay, so this is where the broom comes in. The reason for this is I want you to do this at home in your kitchen or whatever. Pick up a broom or something like this that you can get your hands around and hold it with a full fist. And then pretend that like you're trying to defend yourself from like a bear attack. And you're like, no bear, no. Try to move this thing around and be really strong about it. And then try it with 2 fingers off the broom or bar or whatever you have and do the same thing. Like, I don't feel like I have nearly as much strength or control, and I feel like the bear is going to win if I have 2 fingers off of it. And then try it with 1 finger off of it, and suddenly it feels just the same as it did before. So riding your bike is kind of like fighting a bear. Like when you're riding your bike, you want to have full control and be able to like lean the bike and jump over things and lean the bike the other way. And like you have to have control of those bars. And if you have 2 fingers off the bars, you're only left with a little bit of your hand on the bar for control. So, exceptions. Most bikes for adults have disc brakes, and they're very strong. And you don't have to pull very hard to get a nice strong stop from disc brakes. If you don't have disc brakes, you might find that you can't stop effectively with just 1 finger because your 1 finger isn't strong enough. If that's the case, stopping is more important, so absolutely use 2 fingers. Similarly, if you have very small hands, you might not have enough hand strength, or if your brake levers are too far away and you can't adjust them, you might not be able to stop effectively with just 1 finger. So the first thing to test is, can you stop effectively and quickly with just 1 finger braking? If yes, then you should try to progress to riding with 1 finger braking. If you can't, then go ahead and use 2. But next year, when your hands get bigger or you get a different bike or anything changes, try again and see if you can use 1 finger to brake. So still talking about the 3 essentials, we already talked about eyes scanning ahead, looking where you want your bike to go, and we talked about 1 finger covering your brakes at all times. The last one is level pedal. So if you're not actually pedaling, you should be coasting with your feet 1 foot forward and 1 foot back, level to the ground, not 1 up and 1 down like a flamingo. So similar to the handlebar grip, the reason for that is mainly so you have a good, strong base of support. If you're standing on 1 foot, you can easily get tossed around versus standing on 2 feet really strong. You can absorb bumps in the trail, you can move, you're in control of the situation. You're also less likely to pedal strike. So if there's like a rock on the trail and you have one pedal down, look how close this pedal is to the rock on the trail. I could bang my pedal on that. Versus if I have level pedals, I have way more space between me and the rocks and the roots.
So let's say I'm going down the trail and I'm coasting with one foot up, riding my bike, oh! Well, got a little crashy. Alright, that was unpleasant. Let me try this again with a nice level pedals like this instead of like this and a good strong stance. I'm ready for whatever the trail has to throw at me. I win this time, trail. So I'm going to do a quick level pedals demonstration. This is the correct way. This is what I don't want to see. Is this. It's incorrect.